Shalom. Shalom. I'm going to start off, of course, giving all honor and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. That honors to our apostles and our elders, a great millstone, the ones who will teach you in sound doctrine, who are true leaders of Israel today. Strong shalom to the hopeful elect, the rest of the large multitude men, women, and children, that the Lord have mercy on these last days. Brother HAQADASH, Shawah Rawchaa coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power. Rawchaa. Just a quick live, Lord, when it's edifying. As you can see by the title, it says Draco. Okay, I'm gonna play this little clip that I posted on my page a few days ago, and then we're gonna get into it and close out. All right, because the time we living in. Matter of fact, let's start with that. Okay. Oh wow, this was already in there. Let's see. Let's go to let's go to Ecclesiastes 3:15. Said that which have been is now, and that which is to be have already been. And Yahawah BAHASHAM Yahawashi requireth that which is past. So the Most High, he said he requireth which is past. So the things that was before us must come back in full cycle. Okay. So I'm gonna play this little part of this clip, which is the point of this lesson, called Draco. Okay. In the times we are living in. Let me go here real quick.
Think about this, and I have no idea why the resolution is so low. It looks like they recorded this with a Panasonic 1981 Panasonic video camera set to low res. But this says Mississippi health official caught on Facebook Live video admitting that they will impose, quote, draconian restrictions if not enough residents make the, quote, right decision to get VAXxed. Y'all don't like it. We don't like it, but it works. And, you know, we'll do what it takes. And if enough Mississippians can't make the right decision to get immunized, then we'll have to do the draconian measures that keep the health system operational. And we all pay the price. Yeah, everybody.
And we have to get in those communities.
Right. So that's like I said, that's something I played. I posted on July 28th. Oh, I said a couple of days ago, July 28th. So with that being said, let's look up this word Draco. All right, it says hold on, go with me. All right, come. It says it's Latin. It's a Latin word for serpent or dragon. Okay, it's Latin for serpent or dragon. So the serpent, let's go to Revelations 12, is desperate. Okay, that red dragon. Okay, this is Revelations 12, and let's go to verse. We can start at. We could just go right to the point, because if I go any further up, I'm going to be breaking down Revelations 12. This is Revelations 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe, meaning destruction, death to the habitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down to you, having great wrath, because he knoweth, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Okay, that it says he knoweth that he has but a short time, because that's, you see. Let me jump up real quick to verse 9. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent. Okay, so this man is going to push the serpent, this serpent legislation. Okay, this serpent way of what's the word I'm looking for? Okay, with great, because this old serpent has turned into a dragon. Okay, it went from an old slithery serpent, okay, to a fierce blowing fire, a fierce fire blowing dragon. Okay, which is the product, of his legislation. When you go to Wisdom of Solomon 12, Wisdom of Solomon 2, it says 2 and 12, therefore let us lie and wait for the righteous, because he is not for our return, and he is clean, contrary to our doings. He upbraideth us without offending the law, and objective to our infamy, the transgressions of our education. You see, because we're against his education. You see, we're not for the system. We're not for the beast. Okay. Why? Because we profess that we have the knowledge of Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, and he calleth himself the child of the Lord. So we're confessing these things, man. You know. Damn, I lost what I was about to get. It says, we're confessing these things before Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, because this man is setting up laws. He's setting up laws that are not righteous, and they never will be righteous. Okay, this is Daniel 8 and 24. It said 24. Let me start at 24. And his power should be mighty. It's talking about Antiochus IV, but not by his own power. And he shall destroy wonderfully, and shall prosper in practice, and shall destroy. I believe it's Antiochus IV. I know it's Antiochus, and shall destroy the mighty and the holy people. And through his policy, so this is the same devil that's in rulership today. Through his policy, okay, this great red dragon, okay, this serpent, okay, this that's turned into this great red dragon through his policy. Also, he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart. So through his policy is how he magnifies himself. Through his policy is how he gets respect, because the laws that he set is the same type of deal, just on the left hand side, that the Father has said. The Father has have put laws and statutes and commandments before people, his people, so that it shows the respect. You know, it gives the respect and honor unto him. Because when you follow them, you show that you believe in him, you believe in his system, you have faith, you honor him. So it's the same thing for Esau. Okay, he has these policies set in place, and he calls craft to prosper in his hand. He shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many, because he got two horns like a lamb, and he speak as a dragon. Revelations 13 and 11, and I behold another beast coming out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. That the two horns like a lamb he's coming with peaceable words. The two horns is his party, his Republican parties, his his Democrat and his Republican parties, which goes back to the plebeians and the patricians. You got the poor class and you got the rich class. Okay, and he spake as a dragon, because he has set a law in place and say this applies, but then in the fine print, because you do what applies and you do what seems right for you, your benefit, at the end of the day, it's going to be your downfall. Okay. And by peace, he shall destroy many, and he shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but shall be broken without hand. So this is the devil that we speak about. That old serpent. It says in the dragon, and that great dragon was cast out, that old serpent. What old serpent? Going back to the garden, man. Okay. This serpent has been a serpent, and he transformed himself. Genesis chapter 3. He transformed himself into a great dragon in a period called the Renaissance, meaning rebirth. Okay. Meaning rebirth. Okay. This is when the beast came onto the scene. That dragon. NATO in the EU, it says now the serpent, in which, and then you have America, that little horn that derived out of the EU. Okay, it says now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field. You see, because he's mastered that state. So that's why the Lord allowed him to transform into a greater version of wickedness, because it tells you in Malachi chapter 1 and 4, it says, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord of armies, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness. Sluggy. Let me see what this word say for border. It says they should call him the border of wickedness. It says
Strong's H 1366. Gevul. Gevul.
Right. Let's see what they got for border. Border, territory, right? Region. Okay, territory. So, you know, it says a landmark. Okay, so a landmark is a it says limit. Okay, because they're mastered being wicked. Revelations 18, their sins have reached into heaven. It says landmark because it's like a post. The things that they do is a post it's a thorn in a side. It's a thorn in the side of the Israelites. It's a thorn in the side of the world. Okay, it's that post, and it says, let's go back. So he's the border of wickedness. He's the one that hedges, that protect. He protects that concept. Okay, if you will. Okay. Let's go. And it says Genesis 3:1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which YAHWAH BAHASHAM HALALYAM had made. And he said unto the woman, ye have said, have Yahweh said, you should not eat of every tree of the garden. So this old serpent that we read about, okay, it goes back to the garden, that same spirit. And then it got put into Cain, the first murderer. Okay. So the Malachi 3:6, the Lord do not change. Therefore, you sons of Jacob are not consumed. So therefore, he has created you. What's that? Isaiah 5. Okay, let's get that real quick. Isaiah chapter 5 and 15. No, 12. Let me see. What I'm thinking of. Damn, I lost my train of thought. What was I thinking of? Let's get that real quick. Lord willing, come back to me. Because Isaiah 10. It's like it. Isaiah 10 and 15. It says, shall the axe boast itself against him that heweth therewith, or shall the saw magnify itself against him that shaketh it? As if the rod shall shake itself against them that lift it up, or as if the staff should lift up itself, as if it were no wood. So you can't, it's nothing you can do, Esau, to change your lot. So this man that the Lord has set up, okay, he pushes his policies to cause craft to prosper, and this is how he fulfills his agenda. So it says Draco, okay, Draco. It says, now check this, it says Draco, a lawgiver, right? Because Draco was a man, okay, and he was I'm gonna just read it because it says it right here. It says 7th century BC, the first lawgiver of ancient Athens, Greece, from whom the term draconian is derived. This is why they said this in the video. Play it back one more time.
Can't make the right decision to get what it takes and to get BAAs. Y'all don't like it. We don't like it, but it works. And you know, we'll do what it takes. And if enough Mississippians can't make the right decision to get immunized, then we'll have to do the draconian measures that.
Right, we'll have to do the draconian measures, harsh laws. Okay, harsh laws. Going back to First Maccabees. All right, draconian measures, man. Laws that pushes that gives you no complete thought of, you know what I'm saying, of any defense or any say or anything. All right. It says, let's go straight to the point, man. Let's go to, damn, this chapter's so fire. Let's go to 41. It says, First Maccabees 1:41. Moreover, King Antiochus and Shalom Akim, YAHAWASHI, HAQADASH, Brakathum. It says, moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people. Because this is, at the end of the day, this is the ultimate goal, that all should be one, because he's playing God, he's playing power, he's playing the Most High. So by him making everybody one, okay, how can everybody become one? The rituals with the whole diaper on your face, you know, that's a ritual, and it got the whole world to comply. So, and not just once, but multiple times through the Spanish bird flu, or whatever it's called, the Spanish flu, and many other cases and instances. Okay, it says, moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people and everyone should leave his laws. Okay, this is a draconian measure set forth. So all the heathen agree according to the commandment of the king. Yeah, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion. So now it becomes a religion, meaning it becomes something that's worshipped or something that's praised amongst our people, and sacrificed unto idols and profane the Sabbath. So now, because this become their God, they no longer can keep the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So therefore they profane the Sabbaths and sacrifice unto idols. They celebrate high holy day. I mean, these holidays, you know, they participate in all these different things that he set out in his world. Okay. It says, for the king has sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah, that they should follow the strange laws of the land and forbid burnt offerings and sacrifice and drink offerings in the temple, and that they should profane the Sabbaths and festival days and pollute the sanctuary and the holy people, set up altars and groves, chapels of idols, and sacrifice swine's flesh and unclean beasts, that they shall also leave their children uncircumcised and make their souls abominable with all matter of uncleanness and prohibition, to the end they might forget the law and change all the ordinances. You see that the scriptures say that they might they forget. No, I'm thinking of something else, but yeah, so they this is the whole thing. So this draconian measure is to get to the people to be one people. Now check this. It says Draco, a physician. It says the name of several physicians in the family of what I say? Hippocrates. Now, this is also interesting because Draco was the name of several physicians, right? When you go into that word pharmaceuticals, right? You'll find yourself coming across the word pharmakeia, right? All those words, like media, like these words, you got to go into your words, because these words mean things. Okay, these pharmakeia has to deal with witchcraft, and you go into what is it? Damn, I can't even think of the symbol. I gotta be careful with my words, man, because they be man, at this point it is what it is, man. But we can't even keep a goddamn channel, you know. Half the time brothers don't even know the channels was taken down. But anyways, as you can see my channel here, you know. But anyways, so he set these measures of play. So these spells that he cast into the people from the pharmakeia, he took the medicines out, the Rawchaas, they took all the natural ways out, and he gave you his science. Okay, and it's a video that I have. I obviously can't post it or play it, but it talks about that. It talks about that they will lean on their science because that's their God. Okay, that's a mechanism they use to push this NWO. Okay. So when you go, matter of fact, that's the spirit, because I actually was about to get that. My brother got it. Occupy till I come. Psalms 94:20. It says, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frame in mischief by a law? Right, hold on, let me get it here. Let me go to the Let me go to the next verse. Psalms 94 and 10. I mean not 10, but 20. It says, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which framing mischief by our law? They gathered themselves together against the soul of the righteous and condemn the innocent blood. So this is the point. They're gathering themselves together against the soul of the righteous. Who's the righteous? The elect, and condemn the innocent blood. Right? When you go back to Revelations 12, the accuser of our brethren, the innocent blood. When you go here, let's go to Sirach 34. It says, this is Sirach chapter 34. Like I said, I wanted this to be a quick hit. What time we on? Okay, con. It says Sirach 34. Let's go straight to the point. Sirach 34 and 18. Because we read this, it says that they gathered them. This is Psalms 94 and 21 again. They gathered themselves together against the soul of the righteous and condemn the innocent blood. It says this is Sirach 34 and 18. He that sacrifices of a thing wrongfully gotten, his offering is ridiculous, and the gifts of unjust men are not accepted. So he's an unjust man. The Israelites are just, he's unjust. So the gifts of an unjust man, let's hold this. Let's go to Genesis 4. Because he's the unjust man. Okay, this is Genesis 4 and 2 and 1. And Adam knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, said, I have gotten a man from the Lord. She again bare his brother Abel, and Abel was a keeper of the sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. So Cain and Abel represents the house of Israel and the house of Esau. Okay. Abel being the keeper of the sheep, meaning tending to the flock, and Cain is a tiller of the ground. Like, so tending to the sheep is spiritual, a spiritual side of things, and tending to the ground is a physical or carnal side of things, right? The Lord is a beast with this. In the process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought forth of the fruit of the ground and offering unto the Lord. So this is a thing wrongfully gotten. This is a sacrifice or offering. His offering is ridiculous. Okay, it says brought forth of the ground and offering unto the Lord. And Abel he also brought of the firstlings of his flock and of the fat thereof, and Yahawah had respect unto Abel and to his offering. You see, he had a just offering. He brought of the firstling of his flock, where Cain brought of the fruit of the ground. See, Cain, it shows you that how he think of the Most High from the very foundations of the world. It says, but unto Cain, unto his offering, he had no respect. And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell. And Yahawah said unto Cain, why art thou wroth? Why is thy countenance fallen? If thou doest well, shall thou not be accepted? So the Lord never accepted you, man. And that's what Esau can't stand. That the father he will not accept him. Why? Because it goes back to the beginning. His offering always was ridiculous. So therefore he knows this. So therefore he had to be a counterfeit. Well, he is a counterfeit. He had to be contrary, because he is contrary. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you phrase that without telling him who he is? There's no way that you can speak about him as a people and as a man without exposing him to be the border of wickedness, like we brought out. So he has to set these draconian measures. He has to set these laws in place. Okay. When you go into that word draconian measures or draconian laws, it goes into harsh laws or things that's put into place that you cannot avoid. That's going into the MOTB. That's a draconian measure. Okay, those are draconian measures to the point that you cannot buy or sell except you take that thing, man. So that's what this man is about. He's about fighting the Most High because he never was accepted by the Most High. If thou doest well, shall thou not be accepted? And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door. Therefore, like 2 Thessalonians, he's the man of perdition. He's the man of sin. So sin lieth at his door. When a door is the entrance to a house or to a building. So the door is a very important key to any castle, to any whatever. It's an entrance. It's the entrance. So sin lieth at his entrance, meaning he's the border of wickedness. Sin lieth in his mind continually. He is the embodiment of that essence, or of he's the embodiment of that frame, which is wickedness. Job 9:24. It says, until these shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. So sin rule over him, wickedness rule over you. And then what does he say? He said, and Cain talked with Abel his brother, and came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against his brother, against Abel his brother, and slew him, killed him. And the Lord said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother? Where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not, and my brother's keeper. So, right. So he always was a backstabber, as they call it in the world. When you go to Genesis 27, what did he say? All of it was done. He said, let's go straight to the point. It says, Slakia, bear with me, let me find this real quick. This is the blessing from Isaac. Here we go again. Genesis 27:41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, in his mind, that's his door. The Lord said, I'll stand at the door and knock. If any man would let me in, I will sup with him. Okay, roughly paraphrasing that mind. So in his mind, his door is corrupted. The days, you can't even enter into it because the outside is corrupted. It said the days of mourning for my father are at hand, because Isaac was on his deathbed. Then he was about to, go into the spirit world. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. That's how he always thought. And that's how he always, that's the spirit. I was about to get that next. Might as well get it real quick since you put it up. Well, no, I'll come back to it. But that's the spirit though. It says, then will I slay my brother Jacob. Okay. So so he has in his mind a forever beef against you Israelites, but some way, somehow y'all still try to find a way to incorporate him into receiving salvation. So when you go back to Sirach 34:18, it says, he that sacrificeth of a thing wrongfully gotten, his offering is ridiculous, and the gifts of unjust men are not accepted. That's Esau, an unjust man. So his gifts were never accepted, like we brought on Genesis 4. So it says the Most High is not pleased with the offering of the wicked. We know who the wicked is now. Isaiah 47, all these different precepts and chapters. Neither is he pacified for sin by the multitude of sacrifices. No matter what you do, you will always be Draco, that dragon, that flame-blowing monster, who is so bringeth an offering of the goods of the poor, doeth as one that killeth the son before his father's eyes. Right. He put us into captivity, and he took our offerings, and he tried to make it as if it was his offerings. Okay. He tried to make himself the people. He tried to do different things and make other prophecies come to pass without it naturally happening. He tried to alter and change the course of time. He changed the times and laws, as the scriptures say. So this is the one that killeth his brother, killeth the son before the father's eyes. The bread of the needy is their life. So they feed off us, man. It says, he that defraudeth him thereof is a man of blood. Right. So he's a man of blood. So going back, forgot what we had up. Psalms 94:21. They gathered themselves together against the soul of the righteous and condemned the innocent blood. You see, so this is that man. This is the man of sin. So the brother had it here. Let me read the first precept. It says, they conceive, just Job 15:35, they conceive mischief and bring forth vanity in their belly, prepareth deceit. Right? Because same thing you can read in Job chapter 24. Okay. They prepare these things in the night. Okay. I might have to get that real quick. And he posted that. Dang, I didn't want this to be like long, but it's cool. Job 24. And we go right to the point. This is Job 24. And let's go right to the point. 13. They are of those that rebel against the light. They know not the ways thereof, nor abide in the paths thereof. Right. The murderer rising with the light killeth the poor and needy. Right. Same thing you read in Micah 2. It says, killeth the poor and the needy in the night is as a thief. The eye also of the adulterer waited for the twilight, saying, no eye shall see me in disguise of his face. Right, doing things in the dark, man. You see, never owning up like to his ways. He hides. See Esau. That's how that shows you that Esau is wicked, because he has to hide in order to run a kingdom. Shit, when the Lord set Israel back up, we're not gonna be hiding, man. We're gonna be in the forefront, man. We're gonna be famous again. He's already doing that on a low level with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. You know, at the same time, he's making them famous in the like men in the like mind. He's also defaming them so that they can get the greater fame, the fame that matters, I should say. You know, it says, no eye shall see me in disguise of his face. In the dark they dig through houses. They're robbers, they're murderers, they're thieves, which they have marked for themselves. In the daytime they know not the light. When you jump up, it says they remove landmarks. It says, verse 2, some remove landmarks. They violently take away flocks and feed thereof. They violently take away sheep. They violently take away cattle. They violently take away things that make a man wealthy, or that makes a man to be able to eat and provide for his family, himself. They violently take away the things that we have to keep ourselves running properly as a human being, or as a someone living on the earth. Even if it affects him some way, he still would do it just to prove his point, and just to keep you down. He'd kill himself just to keep you down, man. You know. Let's go to that the other precept the brother posted. I was gonna get this throughout the YAHWASHI. It says Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed. And they decree unrighteous decrees. Okay, let's look up this word decree. Let's look up this word decree real quick. This is again, I always use AB 1611. See if it comes up though. Decree. Okay, King James Version, AV 1611 version. All right, of definition. It says decree. Okay. Judicial decision or determination of what that say? A litigated cause. Right, a litigated cause as a decree of the court of chancery. The decision of a court of equity is called a decree. That of a court, let's see. Decree. It says, let me go back. It says this is what was we at? It's lucky. Oh, it's lucky we was on here. Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. All right, so that word decree, it says they decree unrighteous decrees. The laws that they push forth are unrighteous. They're really lawless. Like they're lawlessness to everything that he's set in stone. Right? It says establish law or rule. You see? So he established a law or rule unrighteously. That's what that means. Woe unto them, destruction, death unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. So Proverbs 29:2, when the righteous is in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked is in authority, that people mourn. You see? Isaiah 14:6 on down. Okay, the whole world is going to rejoice when this man is taken out of the way. You know? So he set these laws. I just wanted to get in this because, you know, I didn't go too deep with the word Draco. I've done many times, but just this whole concept, this serpent that got transformed into a dragon, a flame-throwing dragon, a flame-blowing dragon, because now he's a beast. Okay, that he's transformed. He's a newer version of himself. Okay, and it's not ironic that this Draco, who was named, it was several physicians named this, which have to deal with let's go into this word. Let's see if they pull it up. You know, this nigga, you got to go into that, man. Draco, man, he was they was saying some crazy laws. It says a physician, a medical practitioner, medical doctor, or simply a doctor. You see, so a physician is one who deals with medicines and is supposed to, you know, bring you life according to the herbs of the world. But Esau is a physician with no value. So therefore, the things that he pushed forth and he calls medicine, he pushed it into the world to make it seem like that's the truth. So when we bring natural things that come from the ground and we tell you that this do this and this heals this, then therefore it's medical information. You see, they ban all that information from turmeric to black seed oil. Like they ban that kind of stuff. You know, a censoring on the truth, because it like who said it? Damn, it was Apostle Tahar. Yeah, he said when the Renaissance happened, it was more than just, you know, pictures and other things that came about it. The Renaissance had to deal with words too. Okay, different words happened when the Renaissance, when they came back into power. All these different terminologies that you see are Latin words that goes back to Esau's his start to fame, man. You know, from romance flicks to everything, man. So this is the demon, this is the dragon that we deal with. This is the dragon that we're dealing with, and this is the one that is trying to blow his flame on the prophets of the men of the Lord. Okay. It says physicians may focus their practice on certain disease categories, types of patients, and methods of treatment. You see? So, hey, man, you know, Draco, man, a physician, you know, one who deals with medicine to push his draconian measures. Draco, a one who deals with medicine to push, like I brought out earlier, his unrighteous decrees, his unrighteous laws, or his what? Like his unrighteous laws, but like we brought out in what was that First Maccabees, and Wisdom of Solomon 2, his education. Okay. Let's go back. Let me see if I could just get that word for y'all real quick. Let's see if it comes up. Draconian. It says is an adjective. Slacky. Draconian is an adjective meaning of great severity. Okay, great severity. That derives from Draco, an Athenian law scribe under whom small offenses had heavy punishments. Okay, if you say this, I just saw a video. It said that people, what do you say? Don't quote me on it, man. We posted it in the brothers chat, in the group chat. It says something about, I can't remember how you said it, but something along the lines that if you don't do something according to like the stuff they mandating and pushing, you can receive 7 years in jail, man. 7 goddamn years in jail. It was either for not wearing a diaper on your face or it was not receiving Vanessa into your house. One of those things, you know. I can't remember what it was, but I know it said 7 years in prison for not following suit. Okay. So these are harsh laws. Which, like it says here, it goes into Draco's code, or the Draconian Constitution, was a written law code created by Draco near the end of the 7th century BC in response to the unjust interpretation and modification of oral law by Athenian aristocrats, right? Because these laws are set in place because he created a way to divide the people, like bring everybody together, and then have something drastic happen so fast, such as the president, a president election, and other things that can divide the people even faster than they brought them together. And when they divide the people, this time it's going to be more. It'll be more harsh than the coming together, because them dividing against themselves is when it was going to take in place, which it already has, which we're living in right now. When the division came, it was going to be a point where it was never going to be able to heal itself. Okay, and this is how he was going to squeeze in, because he's a thief, so he likes to cause chaos, and then he squeeze in when no one's looking. Not a ninja, but a thief. Okay, so the ones now you, since you got division, now you got people that's starting to, and then you close down everything. So now you got people that's what, starting to analyze different things, and then then it's all witchcraft. It's all he thought of this, all of this through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI. So instead of now people chilling, now they got more time to think. So now they doing research and they talking about this. Now you got so-called truthers, you see, and then now it's easier. Now it's easier. Now it's easier for Esau to actually institute these draconian measures, as we play in this video again.
And you know, we'll do what it takes. And
they will do what it takes
to get BAXX. Y'all don't like it. We don't like it, but it works.
See, but it works.
And you know, we'll do what it takes. And if enough Mississippians can't make the right decision to get immunized, then we'll have to do the draconian measures that keep the health system operational. Right,
because the ones that's not trying to get get with Vanessa in bed, you know, they're the threat. Okay, they're gonna be the ones as considered a threat to society. Okay, and the ones that stop society from going back to normal, as they call it. You know, of great severity, man. Heavy punishments. For talking, because now you speaking up for what you believe, and you saying things of truth to an extent, and he can't do it. He can't handle that. Esau hate that, man. He hate when you rebel against him, man. For Second Maccabees, chapter 7. 1, and it came to pass also that 7 brethren with their mother were taken and compelled by the king against the law to taste swine's flesh, and were tormented with scourges and whips. Right. They didn't follow his law to transgress the Most High's law, so therefore they took the punishment. But one of them that spake first said thus, what wouldest thou ask or learn of us? We are ready to die rather than to transgress the laws of our fathers. And then the king, being enraged, commanded pains and cauldrons to be made hot. So, right. Therefore, Esau hate rebellion. Okay, he hate when you rebel against him, because he's trying to play the father. So therefore, he what? Punish you with a heavy punishment. He got guillotines. He got all type of stuff. And Jake out there going to the gun range like they can outbox Esau when that's his blessing. Okay, so this is Draco, man. That goddamn dragon that we read about all through the Bible that transformed himself from a serpent. Okay. Occupy till I come. Isaiah 29:16. Surely your turning of things upside down should be esteemed as the potter's clay. For sure the work say of him that made it, he made me not, or shall the thing form say of him that framed it, had no understanding. Let me see. What's this? Oh yeah, Khan. I mean, listen. This is the spirit, man. That's on this. This is what it is, man. It says framed it and had no understanding. So, yeah, man. He said it turning of things upside down. So when you go to 2nd Esdras 4, what does it say? Let me close out. Probably close out after this. 2nd Esdras 4. Let's go straight to the point in 28, 29. let's start at 27. And cannot comprehend the things that are promised to the righteous in time to come. You see, for this world is full of unrighteous and infirmities, right? Because the unrighteous one who set the laws up for the world, or I should say, the one who set the laws up for the world, he did it in unrighteousness. He did it with guile and deceit. Okay, he don't even let the land rest. He don't even let the land have a jubilee, or he don't even allow the the Father to be supreme and to be glorified. You know, he wanted to strip that completely from the concept of life. But as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee, for the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good. You know, so that's Esau, man. That's Esau for you, man. Okay, the turning of things upside down. Okay, what we got? Go back to that. If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good. So this had to be put into measures. Jacob's trouble, Jeremiah 30:7. You know, Jacob's trouble. You know, all these things had to be put into play. Okay, Daniel 12. You know, let's go grab that real quick. At last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Right? That fire, man. You know, that fire, that flood that's coming to the earth. The Lord will save Israel, man. And he know that he can't stand it. So therefore, what? He got to bring harsh laws. He got to bring what he's used to. You see, Esau don't change, and he's one that follow his way, his paths, because the spirits don't change. They say history repeats itself because it does. The same people are back here. Apostle Tar did a lesson on it's Biden Antiochus. You see, so these things must come to pass. You know, Lord willing, this was edifying. The brother posted a scripture. It says, occupy.com, Sirach 10:2. As the judge of the people is himself right, so are his officers. And what manner of man that the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. Right. So the whole world lieth in the embodiment of Esau, Edom, in the concept, and the whole world thinks like the so-called white man that they hate. They think like him, and they don't even realize it. Ain't that something? They think like the one they hate without even realizing it. So this dragon is coming in like a flood, and he's not sparing none, young, old, and child. You know, so we have to stay on our toes, stay prayed up, and Lord willing, we are part of that number. Okay, because these draconian measures is about to come. And the dude in the video, what did he say? He said, it has to be done. Like it's no way around it. Like it's a must. You go into the Georgia Guidestones and different books and different things according to Esau's vibration that you can read upon, just some quick reads. I can't think of no books off the top right now, but when you go into your research and you read these different things, articles and all these different things, you find out just how much of a goddamn devil we're dealing with, man. A high level witch. Okay. So Lord willing, this was edifying. I'm going to give all honor and glory again to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. Double honors to our apostles and elders of great millstone again, who will teach you on sound doctrine. He's about to come with these draconian measures. He's already doing it. I showed a video where in France, where the cops was going around checking their phones to see if they were to see if they were living with Vanessa or not. Okay, so Lord willing, again, this was edifying. Brother HAQADASH. Until next time, Shalom.